Hello, emails. I just wanted to check your connection to see if all good. And we're going to also bringing Entangle Files official handle on the stage. Let me also check to see if anyone can hear me. I would like to invite the speakers on the stage to unmute yourself so we can check our connections. Hey, emails, can you hear me? Ooh, it seems like still cannot hear you. Let me check again. And at the beginning, we would like to invite all of our speakers to share the space link with everyone so more audience can join us. Thank you. If you would like to be a speaker, you will need to raise your hand. Okay, let's wait for all of our guest speakers to join us. No worries. Let's give them some time. Yeah, I think I see emails request again, and I have sent the invitation to you. Please check. Let me play some music while we are waiting for our speakers to join us. I know sometimes the spaces is not really stable. So yeah, please bear with us. And we are going to start our session pretty soon. Thank you. Let me also check with our official handle behind the Entangleify handle over here. Can you hear us? Checking, checking. Okay, yeah, emails, I see that you are your thumbs up, but you are not on the stage. It seems like. Let me double check. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay,
Oh yeah, right now you are
just checking.
connected. Thank you so much. That's perfect.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks.
Okay, and we would like to check if other speakers will also be here. Musa, right? Customer support, and Gabriel, head of BD. Or do we still need some more time for them to join?
Fortunately, Gabriel is really busy with other tasks
Oh,
currently,
okay.
which are very important. So yeah, we will be together with Musa today.
Sure. Sure.
Thanks.
And is Musa going to use his personal account or is he going to use the official account? Because I do not see Musa raised his hand. So
Well, let
then
me
I
ask him.
cannot. Yeah, so I cannot add him to the stage.
Oh, he says he requested to speak. Should be
Um,
the
yeah,
request should be somewhere.
yeah. The thing is that we do not see it low on our backstage here, so maybe he need to try again. And we recommend everyone to use a phone app to join us because sometimes using laptop would not be very would not really work. Yep.
Okay, I understand. Thanks.
No worries. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah, we have time to do that. And while Musa is getting ready, I'm going to play some music for our audience to listen. And when he's connected, we can start it. Once again, thank you so everyone for joining today's Menta Mindshare community and ecosystem talk. Today, we are very happy to have the Intangify team join us to share everything about their projects and why they choose to build within the Menta ecosystem. As we are over here in the Web3 space, this is our, I believe this is our second or third cycle, right, for a lot of people. So we really, really wanted to explore journey that you all have been through and wanted to provide as much support as possible. And now I see that we have emails over here. Emails, how about let's starting from your self intro. You are the Web3 sales engineer at Entangify, right? What is this role about? Because this job position sounds interesting, sounds unique to us. Would you like to starting from introduce yourself to us? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Yeah, I understand. It sounds interesting. The main my main responsibilities are working closely with our technical teams. That includes developers, also some technical managers, and also working with our partners and clients to help them onboard with Entangle easily. So that is my main role at Entangle.
Well noted. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And let me double check everyone's connections over here right now. We are connected to several different Web3 platforms. Okay? We are on X Spaces, over here is audio, and we're also on Binance Live, and that's video. We're on Psychic, it's another video platform as well. And we are also on Loop Space, it's another audio platform. So we wanted to let as many people to be able to listen to this special interview session as possible. And every week at Menta Network, we have in-depth discussion with different ecosystem projects over here to explore blockchain possibilities. Especially today with Entangle5, we're going to explore blockchain's interoperability and data solutions. I'm your host, Moonlight. I'm the director of marketing strategy at Menta Network. And we're so happy to see more and more audience are joining us. If you haven't joined us, well, be sure to find Menta or Intensify. Click on the purple circle. You'll be able to see us. And the first question over here, emails we have for you that we would like to, of course, learn about what is Entangle building within the Menta ecosystem and why did the team choose Menta? Thank you.
Absolutely, thanks. Let me start by actually explaining what Entangle does and our goals in terms of building. Uh, Entangle essentially is an infrastructure for developers and apps uh, to build omni-chain solutions that work across multiple blockchains. And that is very important because uh, currently there's not so much interoperability within different blockchain systems. And at Entangle, we essentially resolve that using our products. I'm going to dive into our products a little bit later. But essentially, we have three core products. This is Universal Token Standard, Universal Data Feeds, and Universal Interoperability Protocol, which essentially is a basis for all the other products. Regarding our role in Manta ecosystem, essentially we are supercharging Manta with faster data, lower costs, and also seamless cross-chain operability. And what I mean by that is actually it enables developers on Manta to seamlessly use apps on other blockchains that could involve, for example, uh, passing some sort of commands to other apps that exist on other blockchains that also involves bridging tokens from one chain to another, and that also includes Manta. In case of Manta, we're making it sort of a central hub for all the other blockchains, and it enables a lot of new traffic and a lot of new possibilities for developers.
That is perfect. And well, unfortunately, I still cannot see Musa right now. Cannot see him raise his hand, and also cannot see him in the audience either. Actually, emails, can you double check your screen as well? Can you see him in the audience? I also cannot find him in the audience at all.
Yeah, actually, I cannot see uh, Musa. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know. Seems Twitter is doing something, some weird things.
exactly. Sometimes that's the case, but that's okay. So, well, emails, how about originally we have prepared some questions to Musa? Would you be able to answer those questions?
Yeah, absolutely, no problem.
Okie dokie, that's perfect. And our next discussion topic is we are going to focus on UTS and Menta integration. So, how does the Universal Token Standard, the UTS, support both new and existing tokens? Thank you.
Sure. So the main point of UTS is the ability to create new tokens and also to expand existing tokens uh, from uh, from the chain they're currently on to some other chains. And that is really easy to do. To all of the listeners that are here, you can visit the website uts.entangle.fi, and you will actually see uh, functionality there represented with a great UI. Essentially, it allows to set up different settings for your token. For example, how many decimal places you would like to have. Also, if you would like to have the unlock and lock functionality, or would you prefer mint or burn, and all the other stuff, it's all there. And in Manta's case, we are enabling to bridge tokens to Manta and from Manta. And that also allows to create omni-chain liquidity. For example, if you want to create a pool of liquidity on a certain chain where certain token does not exist, you can easily do so. And that is also the case for Manta.
Well noted. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And well, we also would like to encourage all of our audience to check both Menta and Intengo's collaborations, right? And sure to give both our project things a follow. So follow our speakers because they are true Web3 builders. And right now I see that Musa is in the audience. Let's check if we could bring him up this time. We're going to try again. Yeah, invitation sent, and hopefully he can connect. Oh, yeah, I believe this time it works. That's just perfect. Nice. I know sometimes like X spaces rocks a lot. So we already like get used to it. Okay. Hi, Musa. Can you hear us now?
Hi guys, loud and clear. Apologies for that. Seems like from the laptop it's quite a mission, but I managed finally via my mobile. So apologies for the delay, but glad to be here.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yes. And would you like to starting from introducing yourself to our audience? Thank you.
Definitely. So my name is Musa. I've been with Entangle for almost a year now. Pretty much on the customer support side of things, do assist here and there wherever I can. Do help members of our community as well. So I'm a guy that if you have any issues related to our blockchain or a UTS, whatever that may be, I'm the go-to guy. And once again, happy to be here.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, Musa, for joining us. So previously, emails and I were just talking about Entango's role in the Menta ecosystem as well as the UTS and Menta integration. Now we have a question for you. We would like you to guide us regarding the real world applications. For example, can you share any practical use cases of UTS within the Menta ecosystem? Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when we created UTS, we wanted to make it as easy as possible. Not only easy, as fast as possible to launch your very own token, and quite cheap also, aside from being very secure. And UTS was not just developed for, big size projects or medium size projects or even small size projects, but we also catered towards, your regular user. And a couple of use case scenarios. Actually, I'm going to share an interesting story. I had a user who submitted a ticket about a month and a half ago, and a fairly new user to the world of blockchain. And he said, Musa, I have identified a token which has gained quite a lot of traction. However, this token is isolated on its native blockchain. And there's a lot of people that like to trade this token. How can I bring this token over to the blockchain where myself and my community predominantly are? And I showed him the support video, the tutorial video on YouTube, which is only about 4 minutes. And I explained to him that he can actually launch his very own token within 5 minutes. And the great thing is no coding experience is required, and it's extremely cheap as well. So what he did, he wanted to capitalize on the pool fees. He wanted to create a pool on a different chain and expand this token to another chain. So he did that literally within 5 minutes, and he created liquidity pools on 3 different chains. So essentially, he made this token bridgeable to other chains. And I had a chat with him just last week, and apparently this user is pretty much making a killing out of the fees. So good on him. But also when it comes to projects, we recently helped Moontropica expand the token over to the BNB chain. So Moontropica is predominantly sort of like a gaming chain. And when they expanded the token onto the BNB chain, they actually put themselves out there and made them more accessible to other users across different chains. So essentially creating omni-chain tournaments for their games. And it's been a great success for Moontropica. And actually, just to touch on one last one, just a couple of weeks ago, we also integrated Quai Network. So previously, the Quai token was isolated only to the Quai network, and they've used Entangle Labs UTS to expand their token over to the Ethereum chain. And this opens up a world of possibilities for them. Their users are able to purchase their tokens on different centralized exchanges and then bridge that token over to the Quai network. So there's a lot of use case scenarios for UTS, but again, we try to make it as simple to use as possible. And you can launch a token on the Manta network. You can bring a token from different networks over to the Manta network or vice versa. And literally, it costs just a couple of cents. So I highly recommend that the users do check out Entangle Labs UTS.
That is very nice. And I heard that your team also prepare a pre-recorded video, right? Where can we watch it to learn more about Entangle? Thank you.
Absolutely. We do have a whole series of videos actually related to UTS. So we have videos that, if a user wants to launch their own Omni token, they can just watch, I think it's a 3 or 4 minute video. And we have a video also for users that want to expand their tokens or maybe bring a token over to the Manta network or vice versa. We do check out our YouTube channel. That's the Entangle.fi YouTube channel. And we do have a playlist there dedicated to UTS. I'll actually drop the link down in the chat if I may.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Musa, for letting us know more about it. And everyone, if you are curious about it, check out the comment section later. You are going to see the pre-recorded link that Musa and the Entangle team prepare for us. And we're very glad to learn more about it through some video materials, right? Because right now on our X Spaces, this is audio only. So maybe perhaps next time we can do a video streaming to get to know more about how Entangle work. Thank you, Musa, for letting us know about the real world applications. And the next question we have is going to regarding universal data fees or UDF. Right. We would like to know how the Entangle project will help us to deliver high-speed, cost-efficient, and interpretable data solutions for our Web3 users. Thank you. And this question is going to be for Emails. Emails is the Web3 sales engineer at Entangle. Thank you.
Great, thanks. So yeah, let me dive deeper into how UDF works first. Essentially, it is a system of data feeds that allows to bring off-chain data on-chain, essentially. And also, the main feature is that it works on a lot of chains. It's not, it's pretty interoperable. And Of course, the three main features of it are faster data, lower costs, as well as interoperability, like I have said. Let's start with the speed. Essentially, UDF delivers real-time data feeds with 200 millisecond update frequency. And we also plan to reduce that time even further. We have sub-second latency for UDF, which is essentially critical for trading, lending activities on chain, as well as different liquidity protocols, uh, which essentially means these are instant feeds with zero lag. Next, it's really cost efficient. Essentially, it slashes gas costs a lot thanks to L2 aggregation. Essentially, we're using layer 2 solutions to optimize data processing. And that reduces a lot the gas fees themselves, as well as all kinds of operational costs. And that also is the case for the users of Manta network if they would use UDF. Next, we have cross-chain interoperability. Essentially, UDF works with um, different types of chains that involves EVM chains as well as non-EVM chains like Solana. Uh, well, essentially making it a truly a multi-chain hub. It's also secure and tamper-proof in terms of data. The way it works, it's built on the Entangle interoperable blockchain. Entangle has its own blockchain, which essentially is a place where all the data is processed uh, for the uh, products of Entangle that involves UIP, UDF, and essentially it's a decentralized system that confirms the data, ensures it's tamper-proof, and all the similar things. And yeah, apart from that, we have a lot of different models for developers to use with UDF. What I mean is we have push and pull models. Essentially, these are different ways to obtain data thanks to UDF. Uh, Pull is essentially an on-demand uh, uh, data request. Essentially, that means that you're only paying for the data obtaining when you are requesting it. And also we have push and pull subscription-based data obtaining method, which actually allows to pay a certain subscription to obtain the data. And that is, of course, more efficient uh, for some apps that are that require speed and a constant update of data on their apps. Essentially, it empowers a lot of real world use case that involves all kinds of decentralized systems like DeFi, and also it's able to deliver real world asset data as well as deliver data for some AI agents, which is also the case for some of the projects that are currently using UDF. There are AI agent projects that are using UDF for obtaining data for AI, and user can work with AI essentially on chain by obtaining off chain data. And I think it's really great. And yeah, well, that was about the UDF. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Emils, for letting us all the details regarding UDF. And this session really led us to learn a lot more, right, in terms of the Web3 or blockchain technologies. And following that, we have another question for you. So previously, you talked about Universal Data Feeds, UDF, right? Right now, we wanted to focus on Universal Interoperable Protocol, which is UIP. Can you use some simple terms to let us to understand what UIP is and its integration within the Menta ecosystem? Thank you. And the question is also to Emails. Emails is the Web3 sales engineer at Entangle. Thank you.
Great, sure. Uh, UIP stands for Universal Interoperable Protocol. If we would make a comparison, we could compare it to a postal system where we have several different islands that speak different languages, and they are also separated by water. So UIP, in that case, would be a bridge that connects all of the islands together. allowing and also it handles all the language differences and stuff like that, which allows the islands trade between each other, communicate between each other, and data between to each other, and all the other use cases. And before using the UIP, islands basically were just separated. They spoke different language. They couldn't trade and stuff like that. So essentially, UIP is a framework we could call that allows building different apps on different blockchains and enabling the data communication between different blockchains. And the way it technically works is we are utilizing uh, Entangle interoperable blockchain here as well for which acts essentially as a central hub for all the transportation of data between these islands or blockchains. And um, when let's say you have uh, two different apps on two different blockchains, let's say it's Manta and Ethereum. You want, for example, your Ethereum app accept a request from user to do certain things on Manta blockchain. And that could be easily uh, be created using UIP. Essentially, how it would work, the app, both apps would be connected to UIP. The first app on Ethereum blockchain would send the command to our endpoint on Ethereum blockchain. That endpoint would accept the data and then forward it to the Entangle interoperable blockchain. Then the data is confirmed, processed, and then it's passed over to the UIP endpoint that is located on the Manta blockchain. Then this endpoint receives the data and forwards it to the application deployed on the Manta network. The application receives the data and performs the uh, command it's supposed to perform. And the great thing about UIP is that it works with different types of blockchains. It's compatible with EVM. It's compatible with Solana. Soon we're planning to add uh, uh, also support of other types of blockchains, and it enables a lot of different use cases because previously what would be considered a bridge between different blockchains that would be essentially maybe some token bridging and stuff like that. But here we actually enable interoperability and interoperable functionality, uh, which uh, essentially enabling you to do the things you could do on a separate blockchain. You could now do them on all the blockchains that we support, and that that's essentially what makes UIP so great. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Emails, for letting us know about that. Well, I truly learned something new every day, right? Especially today in this session. So far, we have learned about UTS, we have learned about UDF, and then UIP. Wow, thank you. And I believe our audience might also have some questions that they wanted to ask, right? So, friends, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and then join us on the stage. We are going to have open mic session later as well, or you could post your questions in the comments so we can help you to ask our speakers. Today, both our speakers are from the Entangle team, and they are Emails, the Web3 sales engineer, and also Musa, the customer support. The next question we have is also for Emails. Wanted to talk about developer enablement. And so how does Tango team support developers to build on Menta? Thank you.
Sure. So we have a really great support for developers using our product, and essentially we have a really great documentation which is constantly updated. Also, it's improved constantly. It's also made in a way that even some new developers would easily be able to understand it. And there are a lot of troubleshooting instructions, so it's really supportive. And when I actually use it, I really enjoy using it, and I'm also personally working on improving it. Next, we launched a video series of UIP developer guides, which essentially introduces developers to build on UIP. We start with the very basic concepts. We explain all the technical details in that UIP guide, and essentially we're also showing how to build a decentralized app on UIP, how to build how to enable cross-chain messaging for your app on UIP. So we have a lot of technical resources that you could use, and I would say that uh, onboarding to Entangle ecosystem is really smooth. Um, Next, we have also a great technical support and a really responsive customer support team. Hopefully, I'm sure Musa can confirm that. Uh, so if developers have any questions or some kind of problems, we always reach out back to you within like a few hours, and the if not minutes, because Musa is there. It seems like 24/7. He's really active, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, and we will always help you with any question you might have. And finally, we have a grant program for projects that are using UDF. And essentially, if your project is using UDF, you can reach out to us and get a grant that would support uh, your uh, your development and your app because you're using UDF. So if one of the listeners is interested and would like possibly to use UIP or UDF for your project, please feel free to take a look at our docs documentation at docs.entangle.fi. And also feel free to reach out to us using our contact form. It's available on our website. If you have any questions or if you would like to apply for a grant, we will be really happy to help. Thanks.
Well noted. Thank you so much, Mills, for letting us know about that. And we would like to also open our stage for anyone who have questions would like to ask Intengo in terms of the product and integration within the Menta ecosystem. Over here, I also received some questions from our audience. Let me see. Okay. So, this questions for our integral team and either emails or Musa, you might want to answer this. Are there any developer grant program for people who wanted to get started with Entangle? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I will be glad to take that one. So we have a grants program currently for the projects that are going to be using UDF, which are universal data feeds. So yeah, if you have a project and you want to onboard with UDF or even build some new product around UDF, please feel free to reach out. We will be happy to discuss it further. And if we also have a great documentation on that, so there should be no problem with onboarding with it. So if either you're planning to use UDF uh, or if you're already using UDF for your project and would like to receive a grant, uh, please feel free to reach out. You can reach out using the contact form available on our website. Uh, and Yeah, and we will be happy to help.
And I'd just like to jump in there quickly with regards to UDF. And UDF is not only available for people within, the blockchain industry or the Web3 industry, even with real world assets. And I wanted to give a quick example. We did have a client who reached out, and this client is one of the largest, if I'm not mistaken, one of the largest importers of Japanese cars into Australia. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to incorporate the VIN numbers for all the car guys out there. The VIN numbers is basically the chassis numbers of all these imported cars. And they wanted data feeds based on that. They wanted real fast data feeds. So we not only isolated to token prices and things like that. You can actually bring real world assets and use UDF with them. So a lot of possibilities there.
Well noted. Thank you so much for adding the information to us. And the next question that we have from our audience is that previously emails mentioned, and also Musa also mentioned, right? There will be video guys. Can you share the link with us? Thank you so much.
I was actually trying to share the link earlier. Every time I tap on the message bar, nothing happens. Maybe Emils, you can share the link to the our YouTube playlist. There's a ton of useful information there. Not only how to launch your very own token, but how to expand your token, how to create liquidity pools. Basically, some good tips on how even regular users can capitalize using UTS.
Yeah, absolutely. I just have found the playlist. Let me share it in the chat. Just a second. So we have a whole playlist for the UIP series, which is developer oriented. Then we also have a UTS instruction videos on how to launch different tokens on different chains. So I'm gonna share it in the chat in just a few seconds. Thanks.
And Emils, thank you for the compliments with regard to the support team. Actually, anyone who has any difficulties whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. We highly doubt because the whole process is extremely easy. You can launch your own token under 5 minutes, but we are happy to say that our median response time for our support tickets is under 30 minutes. So any issues that anyone can encounter, by all means, feel free to reach out. We're always there to help.
That is great. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And we got a few more questions over here from our audience. Well, because they are new to the project and it seems like so many technical terms are a little bit difficult for them to understand. Can you use simpler terms to explain what exactly is Intengo working on within the Meta ecosystem? Thank you. Using some simpler terms without a lot of technical um, phrases, so more general audience can understand it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Our,
Oh yeah, Musa, do you want to take it?
no. Go ahead. All yours, Emils.
Awesome, awesome. In simpler terms, we are uh, enabling Manta to work with different blockchains, other networks, just like Manta, which enables to, send tokens from one chain to another, as well as it enables to mm, make some certain uh, more complicated functionality. For example, it could be deploying uh, even text messages could be a case here. Let's say you want to send a text message from Manta, let's say, to Ethereum. You would just uh, place your text message on the app deployed on Manta. You would send it to Ethereum, and the application on Ethereum would be able to receive your text message. Because otherwise, without Entangle, that would be really hard to do because the chains they essentially speak sort of different languages, and it's hard for them to communicate between each other. Just like I mentioned in the islands example. So yeah, and we also enable uh, to bring uh, 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 like I have mentioned, blockchains are isolated by themselves, most of them, and because of that, if you have an app that runs on certain blockchains, it cannot, just do a Google search or something like that. You would have to uh, pass in the information for the app because the app by itself it cannot access internet, it cannot access some certain prices on some certain assets. You have to pass that information in, and that is what universal data feeds uh, do. So so yeah, essentially that would be an explanation in simple terms.
I really enjoyed that sort of example of different islands. Essentially, the way I like to look at it is imagine Europe. When was it? Pre 1994 or 1995, before the European Union. There were borders everywhere. Each country had its own currency, different rules and regulations, different political system. And think of Entangle now and Manta as the European Union. So basically, eliminating all those borders, unifying the currency, making transactions a lot easier. Um, Basically, that's the core of interoperability, just making the connection between different blockchains a lot easier. And yeah, in the easiest of terms, that's how I like to put it. I always give that example of Europe before the European Union, and now with Entangle, it's Europe with the European Union.
Well noted. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And let me also check if we have anyone wanted to add additional questions over here. Scroll down because we have a lot of comments across different platforms. I'm picking out some good questions. Okay, so what are the main benefits of full abstraction, especially they learn about that UIP actually simplify cross-chain messaging for developers, right? So they would like to know about any benefits for full abstraction. Thank you.
Oh, so essentially, what that means is that developers can build omni-chain apps without writing any code for bridging, so they can focus on just writing the apps, and UIP makes it really simple to enable that cross-chain functionality. Essentially, it's just like if we're talking about simple apps that run, just a Python app, let's say, a simple script, you'll just import certain library. Essentially, it's a set of commands in simpler terms, which is already pre-written. We handle uh, all the data transportation from one chain to another, and essentially uh, that's why it's so great to use because it's pretty straightforward. You just use it sort of as a library, and it enables you to use the just using commands that UIP provides to pass the certain command from one chain to another, or some other data.
Well noted. Thank you so much for sharing the information with us and thank you for answering the question. And well, let me check if there are no more other questions. We would like to ask both Emils and Musa, are there any additional information that you would like to share with us before we wrap up the session? Thank you.
Yeah, when Anil's just touched now on our photon bridge, on our bridging capabilities. For anyone interested in the bridge, we actually do offer a way to put it would be like a white label solution. Anyone that wants to use UIP, make use of our bridge, we do have a white label solution where we can integrate our bridge into your project, where um, in the background, we do all the work, but for the user experience, the UI and the UX, it appears if though the bridge is on that you are running the bridge, it's on your website. So we do offer multiple solutions for people interested in using our bridge as well.
Well noted. Thank you so much, Musa. And emails, how about you from your side? Do you have any additional information that you want our audience to know about?
Yeah, absolutely. So, if anyone is wanting to start with using Entangle ecosystem, or at least try it, you can take a look at our website called uh, uh, for documentation called docs.entangle.fi. We have really great overviews there to dive a little bit deeper into how our products work and how to start building with them, because it's really it was engineered to be a pretty straightforward process. And also, if you encounter any problems, please feel free to reach out. We're going to be really happy to help you. Yeah, probably that is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting us know about the information. And once again, we really appreciate both of you for joining us today and share a lot of insight with us in terms of Entangle-Fi and blockchain interoperability, as well as data solutions and working with Menta Network and build within the Menta ecosystem. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you, Musan. Thank you, emails. Have a great rest
An
of the day.
absolute pleasure. Thanks, guys. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much for having us. Bye bye.
Thank you. I'm going to play some light music for everyone so that we have time to give our speakers and their project a follow. Let's go.